In an abandoned LA church, 19-year-old Nicholas Clark lies asleep amidst his makeshift bedding. He wears only an unbuttoned cardigan and jeans. Around him are the assorted paraphernalia of his favorite pastime. Lighters, spoons, needles, cotton balls, and the rubber hose still tied around his arm. Beside his bedding are countless little personal trinkets, some books, and several gallon jugs filled with water. Nick wakes up and gets his bearings, then turns over onto his side. Gloria? She isn't there. Nick turns back over, confused. He lies there for only a moment before... What? Drawn to the noise, he slowly gets up and wanders around the room. Following the sounds, he stumbles out into the church, which has been converted into a drug den. He finds himself on the upper level, so he leans over a railing and looks down into the church, only to see that it's completely abandoned. Nick moves towards the stairs and peeks down into the next room, but sees nothing and continues on. Gloria? Nick wanders down a hallway, periodically glancing into messy rooms that resemble the one he was just in. They're all empty. Glow! Nick is briefly frozen in place, but moves on down some more stairs. On these stairs is a piano, but disturbingly, there's blood splattered on the keys. Just past the stairs, someone is lying down, all but their legs obscured around a corner. Nick worriedly rushes forward to check on the person, only to find that he's dead. Presumably killed by the horrific wound on his neck. Nick recoils back around the corner in disbelief. What? Eventually, he collects himself enough to walk past the man, glancing down again at the chunk taken out of his neck. Coming into the main hall of the church, Nick walks cautiously, unsure of what he might see next, and picks up a nearby fire iron for protection. Gloria! Nick moves farther in, entering the aisle between the pews, where he sees a woman in her underwear down on her knees, preoccupied with something on the floor. Oh, thank God. Glo, we've got to go. Oh, shit! Gloria turns around, but she is not herself. Her face is covered with blood, and she's been eating the face of a dead man, lying on the floor in front of her. Her eyes are inhuman, completely glazed over. Jesus! Nick falls backward and looks up at Gloria as she walks toward him. She has a knife embedded in her chest, and she approaches him slowly. No! Devastated and confused, Nick jumps up and runs out of the room as Gloria slowly pursues him. He sprints down the hallway and around a corner, where he finds a large ground-level window. He opens it up and steps out, then runs to a gap in the church's fence. Looking back toward the church, Nick sprints away at full speed, completely disoriented and dizzy. Gloria was nowhere to be seen after he rounded the corner. When he finally stops to catch his breath on the side of the road, he's snapped out of his discombobulation by a man riding a motorcycle whizzing past him. Before he has any chance to further process what's going on, he's hit by a car. Holy shit! As Nick comes to, he begins to absorb everything that's happening around him. And we now see this isn't some post-apocalyptic hellscape. No. For everyone but Nick, this is still just an average day in LA. This is Fear the Walking Dead, the radio drama. Today's episode is sourced from Season 1, Episode 1, Pilot, which was directed by Adam Davidson and written by Robert Kirkman and Dave Erickson. We're still in LA, but now in a well-to-do American Dream-style suburb. Inside resides Madison Clark, a high school guidance counselor, her fiancé, Travis Manawa, an English teacher at the same school, and Alicia Clark, her 17-year-old daughter. Like everyone else in LA, they're starting another normal day.
Babe, you ready? Alicia, come on. We gotta go. Did I say come in? You got 5 minutes. Jesus, Mom! Don't slam the door. Should've got your ass out of bed 30 minutes ago.
As Madison enters the kitchen to make Alicia some toast, Travis is tinkering with the plumbing under the sink. Safe to say he's no professional, and he's been at it all morning. Come on, you son of a bitch. Ugh.
How's that working out, babe?
Ye of little faith.
Ye of no faith. You know the plumber's card is on the fridge.
Yeah, I know.
That guy the Poyers use?
Mm-hmm. She ready yet?
Alicia, come on.
You know she won't eat that.
It's gluten frickin' free.
Aha! I think I just saved us $300. Leak fixed.
Nah. I don't believe it.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Good morning. As they kiss each other good morning, the landline starts ringing, visibly disturbing Madison, who defers the phone call to Travis. Alicia too seems concerned, as she calmly walks out of the hallway in a towel after hearing the noise. Hello? Yes, this is her fiance. Okay. Thank you, we'll be there soon. Nick's been hit by a car. At Temple Hospital, Madison, Travis, and Alicia walk with a doctor towards Nick's room.
He has a bruised rib, contusions. Physically, your son is lucky, but I'm more worried about
Toxicology?
Well, there's that, yes.
Heroin's his drug of choice. What did he take?
He's over 18, ma'am. I can't tell you any more than I can tell the police.
They're here?
They are.
You should have led with that.
Nick presented as delusional, Mrs. Clark. Witnesses say he ran into traffic with intent.
He was high.
He was ranting. We had to restrain him. I requested a psych consult. She's not listening.
She heard ya. Meanwhile, in Nick's room, 2 officers are interviewing him. However, Nick is distracted by an old man in critical condition being wheeled in to share the room.
Nick. Buddy. You with me? Nick.
I went for a walk.
You were running, Nick.
I went for a run.
Barefoot. Down Needle Alley?
Man, Kenyans run barefoot.
Uh-huh. You said someone got hurt. You remember that? You were raving about flesh and blood and viscera.
It's runner's high.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, and I don't know what viscera is.
Just tell us where you scored. Lots of kids buying in that hood. We clean it up, you come out a hero.
Ha 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 ha.
Nick, you could have died.
Yeah. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Okay, let's take it from the top. Nick, why were you running?
As the officer readies his next onslaught of questioning, Madison rushes in to his rescue.
Is my son under arrest?
No, ma'am.
Then get out. Thank you. Leave.
Well, we could charge him.
Then charge him when he's healed. For now, go away.
She do all the talking?
Get the fuck out.
I'm not as eloquent. The officers leave, handing Travis their card.
What happened?
LA is not a pedestrian-friendly city.
Nick.
I just tried to beat the light.
Why the restraints?
I don't know. Ask the lab coat.
Did you try to hurt yourself?
No, Mom, come on. It was an accident. Though Travis seems concerned, Alicia simply rolls her eyes at this. Just an accident.
Alright, I'm gonna call for a bed.
No, Mom, no. Hey. I'm not going back.
It's how we help you.
No, you can't help me. Listen to your mother, Nick. You definitely can't help me.
Hey.
You can't do shit.
Nick.
Really? You can't? None of you can. Can you just leave me alone? Can you just let me go?
There's an idea.
Alicia, not helpful.
I'm not trying to help, Travis. What did you say?
It's okay. I didn't mean...
You know what? It's none of his business anyway. Go to the car. Just go.
Everyone, just take a breath. Just leave me alone. Everyone, just take a breath, huh? Take a moment. I'm gonna take this outside.
Tell me what happened, Nick. It's just you and me.
Travis walks out into the hall and finds Alicia waiting.
Glad you moved in?
Yeah. Outside, Travis takes the call. It's his ex-wife, Elizabeth Ortiz, mother of their 16-year-old son, Christopher Manawa, the two of whom are currently getting ready for the day themselves. Liza?
Did you find him?
Yeah, I wanted to let you guys know.
Is he okay?
Banged up, but he'll recover.
Now comes the hard part.
Yep.
You gonna be okay for the weekend?
What do you mean?
Can you still take Christopher?
I don't want to go!
Chris, it's Dad's weekend. He has a say.
Well, I get a say in this, and I don't want to go!
Well, maybe I don't want you here, Mr. Unpleasant. Maybe I have plans.
I'll stay at Dante's then, but I'm not going to go to some hospital for the weekend.
Christopher!
Let me talk to him, please.
All right. Talk to your father.
I don't want to come! Well, it's my weekend. Fine, Dad. Force me. Let's bond! What do you have planned for the weekend? Come on, man. Doing the best I can. Yeah, but that doesn't really help. We're all building a family, okay? All of us. Now, coming here to support Nick's not the worst thing. It's up there! He's not my friend and he's not my brother. He'd be there for you. He wouldn't have to be there for me. Not like that. Nope. Mom?
Well?
Keep him. Beep. Travis comes back inside to meet up with Madison, who's leaving Nick's room.
Glad you're okay, Nick. Hey, was that Liza?
Yeah.
She sends her love.
Or something resembling love.
Oh, I've got college counseling today. Kids have applications due.
Go.
Well, I've got to find a facility somewhere he's not already blacklisted.
I can do that. Stacy can sub.
I can't leave him like this.
Leave him with me. I'll stay.
I'm sorry, babe.
Why? I love you.
Well, you're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't sign up for this.
I did.
You didn't sign up for this.
Yes, I did. I signed up for exactly this when I fell in love with you. And everything that goes with you.
Don't go sentimental.
You just throw up in your mouth a little?
Yeah, a little bit.
As they hug, Alicia, sitting nearby, impatiently stands up and walks toward them. They part, and Travis goes to sit in Nick's room. Madison and Alicia, meanwhile, drive to school. Alicia has her headphones in an attempt not to engage in conversation. But after sitting in silence most of the way from the hospital, Madison has other plans.
He's gonna be okay. Would you take those off? I can hear you. Would you take them off, please? He's going to be okay. Yes, he will be. Thank you. Well, he's restrained at least. What? Could you carry some hope into the discussion? He's an adult. You can't just ship him off to rehab. You can't send him away like when he was young. All you can do now is what Nick said. I'm not cutting off your brother. He's worse. He just needs to get the junk out of his system. Okay.
Alicia puts her headphones back in as Madison pulls into her parking spot at Paul R. Williams High School, a huge but very typical-looking school. Madison and Alicia get out and head inside, stopping to pass through the metal detectors. Alicia moves through quickly and rushes off. Just past the main entrance, the principal of the school and a friend of Madison's, Art Costa, discusses his plans for the day before seeing Madison.
Yeah, I don't think any of this is going to happen before lunch. Talk to me around 2:30? Oh, morning, Maddie.
Hey, Artie.
Thanks. Make sure it doesn't go in my box, okay?
You got it. See ya, Artie.
A lot of kids out sick today. Thought you were another victim.
No, I got my flu shot.
Oh, you alright?
Yeah, we found Nick.
Oh, thank the good Lord. He must be relieved.
So relieved, yeah.
He alright?
He's at Temple Hospital. Travis stayed, so Stacy's gonna take his classes.
Ah, well, Stacy couldn't teach her way out of a paper bag. You sure you want to be here?
Yeah, it's just for today. I'm good.
Hold up right there! Hold up!
The boy who's just triggered the metal detector attempts to take advantage of the timing of his arrival to fade into the crowd between classes, but Artie and Madison are vigilant.
I'm okay.
Listen up, Tobias. Let me check your pockets.
As Madison approaches Tobias to check his pockets, she stealthily pulls some coins out of her purse and makes it seem like it had been in Tobias's jacket pocket.
77 cents. Keep it. Haven't seen you in a while. How's things at home? I got it, Artie. See ya. Let's go have a chat.
Madison escorts an embarrassed Tobias to her office, where they can talk in confidence.
Come on, hand it over. You know what I'm talking about. Right pocket. A knife, Tobias? Sit down. What's going on?
Nothing.
What's the blade for?
Whittling.
Okay. Is somebody bothering you? Is it Dominic Fratto?
He's been okay. I tutor him now. Algebra 1, remedial moron.
Okay, so why the knife? Hey, I could expel you just for crossing the threshold with that thing.
No, please. It's safer in numbers.
Tobias, please don't screw yourself like this. You've been working your ass off. You're on track to go to college.
Yeah, no one's going to college. No one's doing anything they think they are.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, can I get my knife back, please?
No, you can't get your knife back. It's gonna stay right here.
Losing the knife really seems to affect Tobias, who finally lets out what he's been so clearly holding back.
They say it's not connected. They say that, but I don't believe them. It's from reports in 5 states. I mean, they don't know if it's a virus or a microbe. They don't know, but it's spreading.
Tobias.
No, people are killing.
You need to spend less time online, okay? If there's a problem, we're gonna know about it. The authorities would tell us.
Yeah, sure. You're right, Miss C. Can I go now? Please?
Yeah, you can go.
Tobias stands up to leave, and drops Madison 77 cents on the table, then walks out of her office. On the side of the stands of the school's football field, Alicia approaches a half-dozen kids spray painting on a wall. If these kids are delinquents, however, they have immense pride in their school, as the art all shows support for their sports teams. Alicia walks along the wall while they continue painting, then reaches a tall, strong young man, filling in the outline of the school's mascot, which is an anthropomorphic horse, with a paintbrush. Paint by number bullshit.
Senior project. It's supposed to be fun.
What'll be fun is coming back and tagging it later. After passing by him seemingly uninterestedly, Alicia smiles and sits down on the bleachers near him, then looks back at him. He walks over and stands in front of her. Aren't you supposed to be in Spanish?
Am I? What period is it?
Little asshole. You know you could probably teach that class. She shrugs as if to say, yeah, probably. Then they kiss, and her smile grows.
Want to take off?
Unlike you, I'm not smart enough to be teaching classes.
Well, I'm not with you because you're smart, Matt. Have fun.
The two hug and part ways. Matt watches as she leaves, clearly smitten.
Back in Nick's room at the hospital, Travis is getting some work done, reading glasses and all, beside Nick's bed, where Nick is currently sleeping restlessly. Just like when we first met Nick, he suddenly awakens, though this time he's scared but not alone. You're having a nightmare. Oh, no shit. You think that's what you saw back there was? A nightmare? Hallucinations? I really want to write it off like that, I do, but that's never happened to me before. Nothing like that. Hey, maybe I'm losing my shit. That psych eval will decide that. How crazy's Nick? Scale of 1 to 10, huh? Hey, can you untie me? No. Sorry. Hey, you think I'm dangerous? Docs are worried. Are you? You ran into traffic, man. You hurt yourself. No, I was running from, not to. I was running away from what I saw. What did you see? Just a girl. Gloria, you know, she's my friend and she was... Nick is visibly startled by trying to recall exactly what he saw back at the church and freezes for a moment. He doesn't believe what he's remembering. Travis inquisitively steps closer to him. Jesus Christ. Okay, look. You buy on the corner and you can shoot at the church. It's Junkie Communion and, The church? Yeah. Glo was... Yeah, so she was there with me when I scored. Yeah, she was with me when I nodded. And she was there. She was beside me. And then when I went down, everyone was dead. 'Cause there was blood. Yeah, and it's all over her mouth. You know, and then she came at me. Almost like Nick is telling a ghost story. Travis is drawn in, but startled at the same time. Well, what did she do? She was eating them. She was eating them. Nick. You saw what the drug saw. Yeah, I don't know if what I saw came from the powder. That's the thing. If it didn't come from the powder, then it came out of me. My mind. And if that came out of me, then I'm insane, Travis. Yeah. I'm insane. I really don't want to be insane. You're not insane, Nick. You're not. Just go back to sleep. Get some rest. As a good man and a better partner/stepdad, Travis knows what he must do, and leaves Nick's room. A little later that night, Madison quietly comes in to visit her son. The man who shares the room with Nick seems to be getting worse, as his breathing has deteriorated. Madison quietly sits in a chair nearby to avoid waking Nick. As she contemplates what to do about him, she begins quietly sobbing. In the meantime, Travis pulls up in his truck to the church in Needle Alley, where Nick woke up this morning. He clicks on his flashlight to find that the front gate is chained closed. Damn. He works his way along the fence until he finds the very spot where Nick fled the church, and comes in through the same window. He moves slowly through the building, checking the rooms that Nick checked this morning. They remain empty. Then he enters a larger room and notices that the door to the next room is moving, but there's no wind in here. He approaches slowly, but when he touches the door, someone jumps out and pushes him against the wall.
Ah! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me!
Wait! The man lets go of Travis and sprints out the door, slamming it behind him. Travis attempts to pursue him.
Don't kill me!
What the hell happened here? But he's gotten far away by now. Travis continues to follow, then sees the ominously bloody piano from the hallway leading into the main area of the church. Then, continuing to follow Nick's footsteps, he sees the spot where Nick found the dead man. But the only trace of him remaining is the huge pool of dried blood. He has disappeared. Travis continues in, but finds it in the same condition as the hallway, full of evidence that something horrible and bloody happened here, but now devoid of anyone. Hey! Anyone here? Travis walks farther in, approaching the point where Nick saw Gloria, but he hits his head on some hanging pans and falls down. He hits the ground right where Gloria had been eating a man previously, but both Gloria and the man are gone. Only a pile of gore remains, and Travis gets a handful of it. He shines his flashlight on his hand and the surrounding area, and tries to take it in. Is that... Oh, what the hell's going on? No! Travis, scared and confused, finishes following Nick's pilgrimage through the church by running away as fast as he can. No!
Travis and Alicia return to the hospital the following morning and find Madison asleep next to Nick. Alicia plops down in the chair and gets on her phone as usual, while Travis approaches Madison and whispers in her ear. You've got an hour before the first bell.
I need coffee before anything.
Here's your change of clothes. As Madison walks out, Travis turns around to address Nick and puts his hand on his shoulder. I'll be right back.
That was sweet. You and the step.
Not our step.
Mom likes him.
Alicia gets up and unveils Nick's hospital breakfast. Cafeteria eggs and sausage with a cup of orange jello. She gingerly hops on the end of the bed and helps Nick change his bed to the upright position.
Who knows, though? She's used to disappointment.
I know what you think.
What's that, bro?
I know.
What do I think?
You're perfect, and I'm not. She gives a slight nod, but doesn't answer, instead feeding him some jello. You know, you're going to Berkeley, I got expelled from Citrus Community. I'm here, you're there.
I don't compare myself.
You can't not.
I don't compare myself with Crazy.
Remembering his talk with Travis last night, Nick isn't necessarily offended, but the word crazy does have an effect on him. He refuses the next bite of jello. I'm not crazy.
Well, you repeat the same behavior and expect different results. That's Merriam-Webster crazy.
Hey, it's not gonna be like this anymore.
It will. It'll be worse.
No, I'm ending it now. I'm choosing to.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Outside, Madison has changed and gotten her coffee, and approaches Travis, who's waiting for her.
Hey, babe. These shoes don't go.
I went.
I know. I appreciate it.
No, the shooting gallery. I found it last night.
What are you talking about?
Something really bad happened there.
I don't care.
Madison starts to walk to the car, and Alicia comes out of the hospital and walks past them.
All right. Nick needs to know that whatever he saw was real or
Late.
not.
Of course it wasn't. He was raving when they found him. Thank you. Travis, you cannot enable him.
I don't think he's lying, though.
Oh, so you think someone ate someone?
There's a lot of blood.
It's a drug den.
A lot. It was bad.
Bad things happen there. Shootings and stabbings. Why are you doing this?
I want to help.
I know, babe, but you can't use Nick to repair things with Chris.
Travis takes a second to take that in, as if he hadn't realized he was doing that, but he isn't offended at the accusation.
We'll help both of them. I promise. Okay?
They kiss goodbye as Madison leaves to take Alicia and herself to school, while Travis returns to Nick's room with this conversation in mind. You need anything? Hey, what more could I possibly need? Nurse says the shrink will see you today. Can't wait. Travis considers telling Nick about what he saw at the church last night, but Madison's words stop him. I'm sorry, Nick. Hey, it's nothing new. Get my head shrunk, get out, get clean. You mean that? I always mean it. Back at the football field's bleachers, Alicia and Matt are cuddling in the scaffolding behind the stadium lights.
Oh, I'm so done. One more year and I'm gone.
What about me?
Well, Berkeley's got a good art program.
Huh. Name me one artist I like from Berkeley. Exactly.
We're only a few hours away. Same state, same time zone. Won't have to miss me that much.
But I will. I will miss you that much. As they talk, Matt begins drawing on her forearm with a Sharpie. At first, it seems to be a simple heart, but he turns it into a crooked spiral as he comes around to finish it.
I just need to not be here.
Saw your brother again?
Yeah.
He doing better?
Better than he was 48 hours ago? Sure. Better than he'll be 2 days after he's released? Not a chance.
It's not on you, Alicia.
One more year, one more year, one more year.
Hey, meet me after school. I can make this better.
Yeah, how? You magic?
Whoosh.
You folks out of town?
Mm-hmm. Meet me at the beach. We can watch the sunset, go back to my place. Get free from your family, and I get you all to myself. Win-win.
We get each other.
They both look down at her arm as he finishes the spiral design. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Inside the school, Madison walks down the hallway and peers in to watch the end of Travis's English class, where they've been discussing How to Build a Fire, a short story by Jack London. A young man named Russell has been napping through class, and the rest of the students are mildly interested. Question of the day. What's London trying to teach us here? That wasn't a rhetorical question. I'm going to need some answers. Travis walks down the aisle, taking answers from willing students, and approaches Russell. To think? That's good. To listen? Yeah, that's good. Anyone else? What does London... Love the cartoons, but this is an English class. Put it away.
Russell.
Enlighten us. Come on, bud.
I don't care about building a fire.
No? Can you build a fire?
I got a stove.
All right. So what about this, wolf dog? Does he care about the man in the story?
Hell no.
Hell no? Why?
'Cause the man tried to cut the damn dog open to keep his hands warm. That's gruesome.
That's gruesome. But why would he do that?
To build a fire?
But why? Why would he build a fire? Think about it. Why would he build a fire?
To not die.
Nailed it. See? Man versus nature. London's trying to teach us how not to die. Good analysis, Russell. Imagine what would happen if you stayed awake in my class. As he's wrapping up, Travis sees Madison smiling through the door and cannot help smiling himself, losing his train of thought. So the man. He may offer warmth. He may offer food. Madison continues walking down the hallway and walks into a security room and sees Artie sitting still and hunched over in a chair.
Artie?
He doesn't even flinch. She moves even closer to him, very slowly.
Artie?
He suddenly turns around, but all is normal. He grins at her and reveals the audio surveillance system he's hunched over listening to.
You know how I have to evaluate each teacher each semester? I'm evaluating.
He switches the channel back to Travis's class, and we hear the conclusion of his lesson.
And the dog abandons him. The dog is instinct. The dog is nature. And nature, well, nature always wins.
Back in the hospital, Nick is lying down quietly and is concerned to hear the extremely labored breathing of his roommate, who's obscured by a curtain. He sits up to try and check on him, but can't get much farther, as he is still restrained. Sir, are you okay? As he's in this position, his nurse walks in.
Making a break for it?
Is he okay?
Sure. I'm here for him and you.
She walks over to Nick, revealing that she's carrying a bedpan. He looks extremely uncomfortable. Oh, no, I don't have to.
I take my dog out when I want to, not the other way around.
Oh, I'm the dog?
You're the dog. Scooch.
Nick's demeanor suddenly changes, and he looks vulnerable and embarrassed. Do you think you could untie one hand, please? Come on, it'll be easier, less messy. Just a little privacy.
Alright, but just this hand, and I'm gonna give you a moment. I'll be right back.
Thank you. The moment the nurse is out of sight, Nick unstraps his other hand and starts trying to unplug some of the equipment, but his bedpan falls onto the ground, making a piercing noise. However, he's in luck, in a sense, as his roommate's systems start beeping frantically, and the nurse rushes back in, ignoring Nick completely.
Oh no. Code blue! Code blue! Room 3! Room 3!
Nick stays completely still, not opting to make a break for it, and watches the scene unfold. As the old man flatlines, a host of medical professionals rush into the room and begin to deal with the situation.
When'd he go down?
Just now. 30 seconds maybe.
If we don't get a rhythm in 60, I want him downstairs. Too much we don't know. Charge to 200. Clear?
Nothing.
Charge to 250.
Nothing.
Okay, this gentleman needs to be downstairs now.
Stay put, Nick. I'll be back for you.
As the doctor and nurses leave the room just as soon as they'd entered, Nick remains frozen, but only for a moment. He suddenly finishes unplugging and unstrapping, and hops out of bed, and instantly falls right back down. He gets up, closes the door, and covers the window. Then he finds his former roommate's clothes in a bag near his bed, dumps the bag out, and puts on the oversized clothes. Now wearing huge dress pants, an oversized plaid button-down shirt, and a plain jacket, Nick stumbles his way unnoticed out of the hospital and onto the street. He goes through the man's belongings, tossing them out onto the street as he goes, then disappears into the city. Not long afterwards, Travis and Madison have come to check on Nick and find him gone without a trace.
How does he just leave?
He's over 18.
They didn't release him. Shrink hadn't filed his evaluation.
Maddie.
He almost died, Trav.
Through the door, Travis sees Nick's nurse grabbing some files in the lobby. Wait, excuse me.
What happened to my son? I don't know.
I'm sorry, what happened?
His roommate coded. There was a second death on the floor. It was chaotic. You need to find him. You need to call the police. I'm sorry. He's gone.
Wait, nurse! Ugh.
Take me. Take me where it started.
Travis and Madison are en route to the church in Travis's truck.
But Travis doesn't think going there will do her any good.
There's nothing left to see there.
He might go back. Wants to understand what he saw.
Well, I went there. I saw. Maddie, trust me. You don't want to do this.
I have to see it. Even if he's not there, I have to see it.
Before they get to the church, they pass a completely abandoned playground. Flyers are posted all around it for a missing child, and a lone old man stumbles around the nearby area. When they arrive, Madison is in disbelief.
This is where he disappears.
Stay there. I'll go in.
You think I'm waiting in the truck? Hell no.
Alright. The way in is over here. Now that he's explored the church, Travis confidently leads Madison into the nave. Hello? There's no bodies. They couldn't just get up and walk away. Madison then takes a few steps into one of the pew aisles and sees the gore that Travis fell in the previous night. Maddie.
Something bad happened here.
You said it yourself. Things happen here all the time.
Yeah, it's a violent place.
They continue exploring the church until they see a staircase Travis didn't go up last time, and they decide to go up and see what they can see. This isn't your fault, Maddie.
It's in the genes.
Nick's got problems, Alicia doesn't.
Well, I'm batting 500.
They emerge into the room where we first met Nick, the place he and Gloria slept. Madison is appalled at the scene. Let's go, Maddie.
No, this is where he slept.
Maddie. She digs through the mess and finds a copy of Winesburg, Ohio by Sherwood Anderson, and clearly recognizes it.
It's Nick's.
She opens it up to find a needle and some tin foil hidden between the pages.
Ugh.
Hey, it's okay. Madison, come away now, Angel. Come away. He embraces her as she breaks down, broken by seeing the conditions her son has been living in. They eventually return to the truck, having found no evidence that Nick has been here since he left the hospital. Home?
No, not yet. Let's pay a visit to Calvin.
Travis pulls his truck up to a nice house in a suburb, much like the one they live in. Outside, a well-dressed young man is vacuuming a minivan.
Cal, hey.
Miss C, Mr. Manawa.
Calvin hops out of the minivan and gives Travis a firm handshake and Madison a hug. Cal, good to see you, man.
Hey, Cal, you look good.
Thank you. You're, looking for Nick?
He was in an accident. Cops picked him up. Have you seen him? He ran away from the hospital.
No, I haven't seen him in a while.
You got any ideas where he'd go?
He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't hang out where he used to. He moved away from us.
Yeah.
You wanna come in? I could make some calls. Maybe someone's heard.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Anything for Nikki.
As Calvin and Madison go inside, Travis pulls out his phone and makes a quick call. Bring, 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 bring. Hey, it's Chris. Leave a message. Beep. Meanwhile, Nick is wandering around the city, having just bought a burner phone. He dials a number and leaves a message. Hey man, listen, I'm sorry to call you, but, I really, I need to talk to you. Can you hit me back? It's important. Okay, bye. Beep. As the sun begins to set, Nick finds a bridge to stay under until he gets a call back. Across town at the same time, Alicia is waiting at Venice Beach for Matt, who's not yet arrived. She texts him over and over again, but he has not answered. And so, she calls him and leaves a voicemail.
Hey, I've been here for an hour. Where are you? You'd better be dead and not standing me up. I'm leaving, so see you tomorrow. I guess. Beep.
Much later that same night, Travis and Madison are driving down the highway to get home after their day of searching. They've been sitting in silence for a while, but Travis is determined to stay hopeful. We're gonna find him.
He doesn't want to be found.
We'll bring him home.
Travis, he'd rather sleep in that place than his own bed. I don't know if I want him to come home.
I get it.
You do? I don't. What does that make me?
Human.
Weak.
A single police car flies past them, weaving its way through traffic to some unknown destination.
I'm just tired of waiting on the call from the morgue.
Not gonna happen. They quickly discover the police officer's destination. They're blocking traffic from an exit ramp where Travis is forced to stop his truck. We're gonna find him, we're gonna get him in rehab. I'm gonna drag him there if I have to, damn it. I'll cuff our wrists together and drag his ass. I promise. The two now direct their attention toward the stopped traffic on the exit ramp, as the police presence seems to be increasing tremendously. Better call Alicia. Get her to eat something. Might have been a high-speed gone bad.
Please remain in your vehicles at all times.
Travis naturally ignores the faraway officer's order and begins to get out of his truck. But as he opens his door, two policemen on motorcycles whiz by.
Whoa!
Travis and Madison both open their doors and stand on the footboards with their bodies above the truck.
Can you see anything?
No. The pair cannot see what's going on, but they hear a lone scream.
And share a look.
For your own safety, please remain in your vehicles.
Whatever is happening gets much worse very quickly. Several more screams are heard, then 6 gunshots ring out in succession. 2 helicopters hover ominously overhead. Get back in the truck.
What the hell is happening?
Back in the truck! I'm getting us out of here. Travis follows the lead of the car in front of them and drives around the traffic to get back on the highway, skipping this exit ramp. As they drive past, almost everyone else is out of their vehicles, and they're unable to see what went down as a fire truck blocks their view. All they can see as they look back from afar is the spotlights raining down from the helicopters.
Outside of Paul R. Williams High School the following morning, Artie watches as the buses drop off tiny numbers of kids. He approaches one bus after doing a quick count of the load.
Only 5? What, did you miss a few stops?
He digresses and walks toward the front door, passing by the 2 school resource officers, who look just as concerned.
I hope you guys got your flu shots.
In the teacher's lounge, Artie finds all the teachers who came to school today, including Madison and Travis, huddled around a tablet.
What the hell is this?
Artie, check this out. KTLA killed the feed before it went ugly, but the cameras kept rolling. Someone leaked the footage.
On screen is the previous night's obscured scene at the exit ramp. At first, it just looks like an emergency responder checking the vitals of a presumably dead man. But as he's bent over the man, he suddenly comes back to life and grabs onto the emergency responder with great force, and several others rush in to pull him off. Guy's not dead. Traumatized from the accident. Or he's on something.
What the hell?
Look how they beat the guy.
The man stumbles through the area, attacking police officers and other first responders, even as he's relentlessly beaten with batons. There's an explanation.
No one's offered one. Folks talking airborne toxins, poisoned water, viruses.
This is why everyone's staying home.
When the man is surrounded by officers, they all begin firing their guns at the man's torso.
Look at this. How they unload on him, and he keeps coming.
Oh, I've got to call the district. See how they want to play this.
As the teachers burst into conversation about the footage, Madison and Travis step into the hallway. This is what Nick was describing.
Call the police.
You're sure?
We have to find him. I don't know how else to do it.
Okay. Travis leaves to call 911, while Madison goes to get Alicia. In the city, Nick is still calling the unknown friend. Hey man, listen. I'm sorry to keep calling you, but I gotta know what happened at the church. Please, just call me back. In Alicia's science class, Alicia and her 2 friends are doing what they do best. Slacking off on their phones instead of paying attention to the lecture.
Girl, your parents were there?
My mom and Travis, yeah.
Alicia sends Matt yet another text. She's not heard from him and he isn't at school. She then starts watching the released footage, as all her friends are.
Ladies, am I confiscating phones today?
They ignore her.
It's not real. I mean, it can't be real.
Watch. This here is the new real.
On screen, after being shot in the torso a dozen times, the man is put down by a single bullet to the head.
Killshot, bitch!
Ugh, Matt's not texting me.
And you're not texting him. Give it up, Alicia.
The exchange is interrupted by Artie making an announcement over the PA.
Good morning, students. The district has decided today will be a half day. Repeat, today will be a half day. When the bell rings, proceed to your buses in a calm, orderly fashion.
Do you mind?
The teacher just shakes her head as all the students begin chaotically packing up and leaving.
I want you on the bus. What's going on? People are worried about the shooting. Wasn't that fake? I want you home, okay? What about Nick? Well, you'll be there for him if he comes back. When he comes back. Yeah, when. Thank you. Gotta go now, baby.
Travis and Madison meet up in the front entrance and start walking outside. Hey, let's get out of here before we get blocked in. I'll go get the truck. As Madison steps outside, it is chaotic. All the kids are excited at the prospect of a half day, and the buses are loaded to take them home. A helicopter flies overhead as Madison sees Tobias in one of the buses, and they share an intense moment of eye contact before he shakes his head and looks away. Nick wanders into a diner that morning and looks around. He spots who he's looking for in a corner booth at the back of the diner and makes his way there. As he moves past the other guests, he hears several people coughing. The man is wearing a baseball cap to obscure his identity, but when Nick gets to the booth, it's shown that this mystery guest with knowledge of Nick's experience at the church is Calvin.
Nikki, what's going on?
Hey, Cal, I'm really sorry.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry to put you in this position and...
Sit. Your mom's looking for you.
What do you mean?
They showed up at my folks'.
Oh.
Can't have that. Can't have people...
No,
Can't have people come to me looking for you.
Hey, she doesn't know what you do, Cal.
You're not talking about me?
No, Cal, hey man, she's really worried about me, and Cal nods quickly, unconvinced, and doesn't answer. Nick seems frightened. I swear, man, I would never tell anyone what you do.
You hungry?
No.
You need to get some food up in you.
No, I just need to know what you gave me.
I didn't give you anything.
Was it laced, man? Was it PCP?
Laced?
Was it PCP?
Yeah, I want my customers paranoid and pissed off and immune to pain. Are you talking about my shit?
No!
Then where's your head at?
Nick buries his face in his hands for a moment, overwhelmed by his recent experiences. Ugh, Cal, the church, it was a bloodbath. It was a horror show. Gloria killed 2 people, and I need to get it out of my head.
Gloria's 90 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah?
Barely strong enough to spike a vein.
I know.
You're not making any sense, Nikki.
I know, but I saw it, Cal. I saw her do it, and I just need to get it out of my head.
You need to contain yourself.
Okay.
You need to contain yourself.
Yeah. Nick takes a sip of his water and calms down. I'm so sorry, man. I'm leaving. Calvin won't allow this. He grabs Nick by the arm and pulls him back into the booth.
Come on. Stay.
No, man, I'm gonna go.
Nikki, stay.
He puts his arm around Nick's shoulders and holds him close, then looks around, thinking about what to say next.
I get it. You think you saw some bad shit.
I can't wipe it out.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
I can't scrub it out.
Yeah, you can. How long has it been?
A couple of days.
A couple of days? Okay.
I'm managing.
Clearly.
I'm really trying.
Clearly. You got your works?
No.
I got you.
Man, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Come on, let's go.
They slide out of the booth and go get in Calvin's car. His eyes and tone of voice give a much different message than his helpful words suggest.
Your mom told me you were in an accident.
Yeah, well, I didn't look both ways.
Cops talk to you?
They had a lot of questions. Calvin pulls into a dark tunnel that leads down to the storm drains around the LA River. He stops the car right next to the river.
Sit tight, brother. It's safe here.
Nick sits patiently and quietly as Calvin goes around and opens his trunk. Nick smiles, finally ready to be at peace through drugs again. Calvin shuts the trunk and comes around to Nick's door and opens it.
Come on, Nicky. Come on.
Nick is no fool. He sees the gun in Calvin's hand.
Come on.
He considers what to do for a second, then starts getting out of the car.
Hurry up, man.
As he does so, he slams Calvin against the side of the car and pushes the hand with the gun back.
Nicky!
Calvin punches him in the face and gets the gun pointed at Nick's chest as they grab onto each other. They struggle for another moment before Calvin falls to the ground. Nick is in complete disbelief. He walks to the back of the car, then turns back to look at Calvin, who slumps down even further, barely breathing.
Cal?
Nick approaches his old friend and turns him over to reveal the bullet hole in his chest and his still lifeless body.
Oh, fuck.
Completely unsure of what to do next, Nick moves around frantically, first toward the passenger seat, then he nearly picks up the gun, and then he runs away from the scene completely, as fast as he can.
Not much later, we see Nick sitting near a tunnel, smoking a cigarette, when a horn honks nearby. Travis's truck pulls up to Nick, and he's not happy to see there's a passenger. No. Nick. Hey, I said not to bring her. I told you not to bring her.
Where have you been? We've been looking for you.
No. Travis, I said not to bring her. I know. We've both been looking for you.
Why wouldn't I come? Are you okay?
Nick pulls Travis in closely and frantically whispers into his ear. I did a bad thing. It's okay.
What are you talking about?
It's okay. Just get in the truck, Nick.
What happened?
Okay, so he pulled a gun on me. What?
Who did?
He pulled a gun on me, and he tried to kill me, and I wanted to know what was in that shit he gave me, you know? What are you talking about, Nick? Calvin. I shot Calvin. Calvin? I killed Calvin.
Where's Calvin? Where? Nick, where? What are you talking about?
Just... Nick points down the tunnel, and they pile into Travis's truck to drive down to the murder scene.
It's my fault. Calvin must have gone looking for him.
We don't even know what we're dealing with here, Maddie. We don't know.
I do.
Nick, look. Whatever happened, it was self-defense, okay? Self-defense. They park the truck and walk down towards Calvin's car.
That's his car. Calvin!
Where was he? Nick runs down ahead of them in complete disbelief.
Nick, wait. Wait a second.
There's no one there. Calvin! He was here. Calvin!
Nick, will you just...
No. He was here!
Calvin?
He was here! He was here, right here! Is that his...
There's nobody there, baby. There's nobody there.
There's nobody there,
There's
Nick.
nobody there.
Nick drops to the ground to look around below the car and runs around to the other side, horrified at the lack of a body. But he was! Nick, get in the truck. Let's go. Maddie, we should call Calvin, see what's going on. For minutes, Nick begs them to believe him until he breaks down sobbing in Madison's arms. The two adults have no idea what to do. They quickly get back in Travis's truck when Nick collects himself and Travis starts to back up. As he looks through the back window, he spots someone limping towards them and slams on the brakes. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Stay here, Nick. Don't move.
Calvin?
No, Mom! Calvin, you okay? Mom, he'll kill you! Mom! Calvin, can you see me?
Calvin, you're hurt. You need help.
When Madison gets very close to Calvin, he suddenly jumps at her and tries to bite her arm, but Travis pushes him away. For God's sake, are you alright?
Jesus, what is... Watch out, Travis!
As Travis holds Calvin away from him, he looks in his eyes. They're completely glazed over, and he makes no effort to speak, just to attack him. Nick throws the truck in reverse and floors it, so Travis steps out of the way and lets the truck hit Calvin. Nick is horrified at what he's done. He's killed the same man twice in one day. Or has he? Calvin continues softly growling on the ground in front of the truck now. Madison again starts to walk towards him.
Oh my god.
No, Maddie! As Travis pulls her away, Calvin stands right back up again. He has countless broken bones, his face is shredded, and he seems nearly completely limp. Yet he continues to slowly move towards Nick in the truck. Finally gathering himself, Nick puts the truck back into gear and floors it once again. Calvin's hit hard, but on the hood, he looks up at Nick with just as much energy as before, and even starts crawling up the front of the truck. At the end of the tunnel, Nick slams the brakes, sending Calvin flying out into the storm drain, where he lands with a great impact, and no more snarling is heard. Nick steps out of the truck and examines the huge bloody spot on the hood, while Travis and Madison sprint forth, and the three of them go down to see what became of Calvin this time. There's even more blood, and his body's even more mangled, but he's finally unmoving. God damn. It doesn't last. Calvin once again slowly starts growling and turns his head towards them, his face horribly disfigured but with seemingly no way to walk. They continue standing in silence, watching him.
What the hell is happening?
I have no idea, but we gotta go. Despite this gruesome thing that's just happened to them, and the knowledge they now have, above them and all around them, life continues just as it always has for most of LA. By the looks of things, that's all about to change.
This has been Fear the Walking Dead, the radio drama. Today's episode was sourced from Season 1, Episode 1, Pilot, which was directed by Adam Davidson and written by Robert Kirkman and Dave Erickson. This production was brought to you by Parker, director, editor, and writer, and Tate, assistant director, casting director, enforcer, and thumbnail artist. This episode starred Parker as the narrator, Nick, Travis, and Chris, Tate as Madison and Alicia, and Lena as Liza. Our supporting cast from this episode includes Monarch as Calvin, Hope as Tobias and Killshot, Alicia's friend, Paxton as Artie, Russell, and Alicia's teacher, Luke as Nick's doctor, Roe as break room teacher and Alicia's friend, Denver as hospital officer, Tate as Crazed church junkie and Nick's nurse, and Parker as Matt. Thanks for listening. If you're enjoying the series so far, leave a like and a comment, and make sure to subscribe so you can hear the next episode. Also, check out our Discord link in the description to come chat with us or to potentially even join the radio drama yourself. This project is like my baby, so I'm really glad to return to it after a couple years off. The original version was cancelled after my hard drive broke, which contained the first 5 episodes and like 85% of the Season 1 finale. It really broke my heart to lose all of that, so I'm happy we're back on track now with a new, ever-expanding team of actors who I'm very appreciative of. There's so much more to come, so get ready for a hell of a ride. Thanks again for joining us, and tune in next time for Episode 2, So Close, Yet So Far.